Hey everyone, it's Ugo here, and today I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about hirsutism. I suffer from, I'm not going to say suffer because I'm not suffering, but I have hirsutism. And basically, what that is when women, well, let me start off. Everywhere people are mammals, we're all mammals, so we grow hair on our body. Everybody grows hair all over their body. That's what a mammal is. But women with hirsutism, we have male pattern hair growth, and what that means is like where men grow hair or when men grow thicker hair and longer hair, we do too. So like men get like mustache, their mustache is full. We women may have like the peach fuzz, but men get like a full mustache, and same with the beard. We don't see women with beards, and I'm not talking bearded lady type thing. We're not doing that. That's not what we're talking about. But like it's just thicker. Like if you see women, you might like if you're real close to them, you'll see like the peach fuzz and the hair. But with women with hirsutism, it's thicker. It's not necessarily gonna be long and full on beard, but it is noticeable. Grow hair on chest, down the stomach, and I think I covered it. I mean, I feel like we're pretty hairy, but those are like the main areas. So, I'm going to talk about like things I've done to things I've done to deal with this hair growth and stuff, and probably come back and talk to y'all about PCOS because they're related in a way. But also hirsutism, it's basically the reason you get it is because you have an elevated level of testosterone. And yes, when we get testosterone, we have testosterone in our bodies, but it's elevated. And so you have like a lot of that androgen hormones just being released and stuff, and it's causing this. Of course, there's other symptoms that come with it, but the hair growth is a really big thing, and it's a thing like that causes a lot of like low self-esteem, and I'm very self-conscious about it. The only reason I've been able to get away with it is because my neck is not that long. Like I don't have a long neck, so people don't really notice it. Excuse me. People don't really notice it, and then people only notice it because I talk about it. But some people are like, oh yeah, I didn't see it. And I'm not that tall either. So I feel like if I was taller, people would, they would notice it or whatever, but they don't. So I'm just going to show you guys my neck. I don't know if y'all can see it. I hope you can see it. And then also my chest. And I know y'all can see like the bumps too. Ingrown hairs are very common. The ingrown hairs is the reason why I have all this scarring around my neck, because I get really bad ingrown hairs as well. And it also, I noticed in the past year, it's starting to kind of travel up to the sides of my cheek. And then I get really, like my sideburns grow. Like I can pretty much see if I was a man how my beard would fill out. Like I would have a pretty nice beard. Like you can kind of see where it would come up like this, and then my sideburn and stuff. And then I usually have to shave down here, shave my sideburns to make it look more not manly. But also, yeah, oh, right here too. So mine's isn't the worst. I've seen people's skin who look way worse than mine. So if you see someone, a girl, and it looks like she has hair, be nice to her, because it really is hard living with this, and people looking at you and making fun of you and stuff like that. And my hormone, I didn't have like the whole hormonal menstrual, all that stuff till later, like teenage years. So the hair growth kind of got worse, and it kind of spread more after high school. So more in college is when I really started to notice. But I remember for sure it started happening in high school, because I remember, let me first start. I remember wearing makeup, foundation on my face or somewhere around here, and or on my face. I don't remember if it was my whole face or just my neck. And the only reason I remember is because I played basketball, and I remember a game and I just had foundation all over my white jersey, and my coach was just like, what the heck is that? And so I stopped doing that. I don't do that anymore, but I did. Oh, but I'm also going to be braiding my hair while I'm talking about this, because I tried to do a wash and go yesterday and it didn't come out how I wanted to, so I don't really like it. Like, I went back to work today, but today was kind of a training day, so tomorrow, like, we back to work, like the kids come back, and I want my hair to look decent. My shrinkage game is on 100 my shrinkage game. So wash and goes are not really my thing, especially like up here. And I'll talk about like my hair growth and how PCOS, which I mentioned earlier, has been affecting me in other places of my body. So I'm going to be braiding my hair, putting my hair in braids to hopefully get a nice braid out tomorrow morning. So just letting y'all know, this is not a hair video, but I will be doing my hair. So like I said, I definitely remember noticing some of the symptoms, like the hair growth, in high school. And this was like freshman or sophomore year of high school when I remember like wearing the makeup. But I don't think my skin was really, I guess it was scarring, since I felt the need to put on foundation. And this is before like wearing makeup was a big deal. Like, people in high school were not really wearing foundation and stuff, but I had to cover it up. I just know like in the past 4 years, it's really been super noticeable, and I'm like super self-conscious about it. But there's nothing I can really do to stop it. So the things I've tried is I've been on medication. One of the things they give you, I feel like I should have done a PCOS video and then talked about this. But anyways, I've been on birth control, but made me gain weight. Like last year, I gained like 20 pounds, and I'm having a hard time losing it because of the PCOS. But so stop taking that. I've been on spirolactone like 3 times. This is my 3rd time being on it. With that one, I think I read that it takes about 3 months before you start to notice anything, but I guess I don't really notice its effects. I know it's diuretic, and I know they use it for like high blood pressure, I think. And it's basically supposed to help like with your hormones, I guess, whatever. So I started back taking it this last time. I want to say in like September. Oh, I honestly don't even remember. But I guess I should pay more attention, because I'm not really noticing if it's doing anything or not. I keep being put back on it, just like what's happening with the birth control. So I'm just like, that's their solution. And hirsutism is one of those things where you can't cure, you can just treat it, which sucks. But so I've taken that, and then that's the only thing I'm taking for it. And something else I've done is I have done shaving, and I know one of the doctors told me not to shave, but I'm just like, my hair's, I don't know, it's hard. I don't shave a lot, but like if I'm in the shower and I remember, or I'm just like, oh yeah, let me, real quick, because shaving's quicker than the other one. So I've shaved, and that's probably part of the reason I have scarring, but the other reason is probably the plucking. Y'all, I keep tweezers on deck. Like, I am always plucking, or I'm always like, or I'll use my nails. I have really long nails, so I'll be plucking my nails, and I'm pretty sure that's why my ingrown hairs are just infamous, because of the plucking. It's pulling, you're doing a lot of pulling, and it's causing like inflammation and stuff like that, and it's not good for your skin. I've tried to do have I done threading? I don't think I've done threading. I've done waxing. And the times I went to like a wax place, they never, like, I know I went, the first time I tried to get it waxed, I was with my friend, and I think she was getting her eyebrows done or whatever, but I went to get it waxed, and y'all, I walked out of the room and nothing was gone. Like, I looked at my neck, I was like, you didn't pull anything. And she's like, it's not working. Like, my hairs are too thick, or they're not long enough or something. So she didn't get anything. And I've tried other people going to like other places and having them like try to wax, and again, they're like, they can't do it, so they start trying to like pluck and stuff. I'm like, I'm not here for you to pluck, I'm here for you to wax. And they're like, oh yeah, it's not working, like we tried and it's not coming off. So waxing doesn't work. I don't know if anyone else has tried to wax their neck and stuff like that, but it doesn't work for me. And then I've waxed myself. I did get hairs, but the thing is, like, your hair has to be a certain length for the wax to like pull it. So I think that was like my dilemma. Like, it wasn't long enough, but I'm not gonna let my hair get super long. Like, I'm not trying to be walking around with hair. I'm a woman. I'm not trying to be walking around with hair, so I don't let my hair get that long to waxing length, to a good waxing length. And then the last thing I tried was laser, because I think I went to my doctor. I've been to my like a regular doctor. What do you call them? My physician, or my doctor. I went to my doctor, and this has been something like, just my hormones out of whack. So I've been going to the doctor about this for years. Went to my doctor. I've been to gynecologist, and I think they're the ones who referred me to the dermatologist, and they were like, we can do the laser. And I had to drive to a whole nother city to get the laser, because the location where I lived did not have the correct machine for basically Black people. Our skin, they have to use a certain type of machine, or it'll burn us. It'll burn our skin, or it won't work. So I had to drive like over 30 minutes to this other city to get it done. So I went, and they were like, I would probably need 6 sessions, and then it'll last for a few years, and then I would have to be coming back. So every time I would go, I would pay like $200 out of pocket. And I'm just like, honestly, like, number one, I'm having to drive all the way out here. Number two, like, $200 6 times. I was, and then I'm gonna have to keep coming like regularly. I just felt like it wasn't worth it, so I stopped going. So I'm not sure if that works. If it's worked for you, let me know. But I can't really tell you if that's the best option. So I honestly don't know what the best option is. I will say, I guess the medication is working, because I will say I feel like my hair's the growth has slowed down, which I think that's what the medication is supposed to do. And I've also tried Vanique, something like that, cream, and it's supposed to slow down the hairs too, and I do think that was working. And then I honestly don't even know what it's called, because I haven't used it in a long time. I still have it. I just stopped using it, and it was for the bumps, and it's in the yellow tube. Oh my gosh, what is it called? I don't remember. I'll probably put it somewhere, because I don't remember the name of it. It was a yellow tube, and it was for the bumps that I was getting. I'm telling y'all, like, my ingrown hairs were so bad. And then with me, when I pluck, I'm like going, like, I have to get it in. I have to pull that hair out. Even I'd be cutting myself open, like breaking the skin to get to this hair to pull it out. Like, I did this to myself. But those are things I've tried. I don't wear makeup. I've said that already. So I don't know what the best option is for my skin. I do think the hair has reduced, and I'm attributing it to the medication I'm taking, spironolactone. So, which is good. Of course, I still get it, but I feel like the hairs are not as thick and they're growing slower. My chest, like, they're not, it doesn't grow as thick on my chest, but you can clearly see that it grows, that I suffer because of all the bumps or whatever. So I don't like wearing V-necks just because of that reason. I know people don't care, but I care. It bothers me. And even with like pictures, I don't put my head up. Like, I try to make sure that it's not showing, or if we're doing like something, you will not catch me with my head up or doing I'm self-conscious about that. Like, I make sure not to put my head up so people won't see that. Oh, and stuff. Oh, other things I put on my face, just I want to let y'all know what I use. I use for my skin. And the thing is, I don't suffer from acne. I don't have an acne problem. My pores could use some help, but I don't really get pimples. I get pimples when I'm using something on my face. Like, if I'm using, like, I use soap, like a bar soap, like Dial bar soap and water, I'd be fine. But if I try to use like all these fancy cleansers and stuff like that, then that's when I break up. If I try to put all this new stuff on my face, then I break out. So I can tell when something is breaking me out, and my skin is like dry, but it's sensitive too. So for my skin, of course, I have to still clean my skin. I use Biore, the charcoal wash. I use the orange and the green one, and those don't break me out. And I have like a konjac sponge thing, and I get it in the charcoal. My skin loves charcoal, or the aloe vera one from Walmart, and I use that on my face and on my chest, and I don't break out. And then at nighttime, I use Nola Skincare. I use their glycolic cleanser. That doesn't, no, not glycolic cleanser. That glycolic night cream, that's what it's called. And that doesn't break me out. Does it help with my, does it help with the dark spots, or the scarring and stuff? I don't know. I honestly did not pay attention if it does. The reason I did get that, I got that and their pumpkin enzyme mask and their this other cream, and I got their elixir, and I got their brighter vitamin C serum, something like that. And I honestly do not pay attention if it's actually doing what it's doing. But I like to use, I don't use them regularly, so I can't really tell you if they're working. But I use the glycolic night cream, because my skin, after I shower, my skin gets dry. Like, it's that dry where it's just like it's just sucking up, like, all the moisture just gone, and I get like whiteness where my where like I would shave and like where the hair is growing and stuff. So I have to moisturize my skin at night. So I use that. I use the pumpkin enzyme mask here and there. I use this other mask that's not, I should have had all this stuff sitting out here so I can remember. I'm gonna do better next time, I'm sorry. But I use that once in a blue moon. And I use, oh my gosh, what is this thing called? So it was bothering me that I could not remember the names of these products. So I went to go get them. So this is the Ziana, and this is for the bumps. They gave me these for the ingrown hairs, like the bumps that they create. So I guess it's an acne cream. This is the Vanique. Can y'all see that? Nope, you can't see it. Vaniqa. And this is to slow down hair growth. And I do think it works. My mom gave me this triamcinolone acetonide. It's meant for like rashes, but I don't use it. This glycolic night cream. I use this one at night. Like I said, my skin gets really, really dry. So after a shower, I have to moisturize. Like, I just feel very uncomfortable when my skin is like shriveling up from no moisture. This is a brightening C serum. I use this sometimes, so I don't know how effective it is, but it's supposed to be for like dark dark marks stuff, like lightening. And it's the Hydra cream. This is like kind of water considered. This is like thicker, and it's for moisturizing, daily moisturizing. This is the pumpkin enzyme mask. I got it more for my face, for like to brighten it more than I did to clean up my neck. This is the iconic elixir sample that I use on my face, and really it's just kind of for if my skin's feeling oily, I'll wash it and do that. I got this razor bump serum from Nola Skincare as well. All this stuff I says Nola Skincare, but I feel like it was more for your like the JJ area. I don't really use it. And this is the facial moisturizer lotion. I did get this because I have the dark marks. If you have dark marks or scars and you are going out into the sun, you need to have something with SPF in it, because don't let nobody tell you because you're black that you don't need that you don't have to use sunscreen. That is a lie. And then the Vanish PFB Chroma Bite. I cannot really attest if this works, but I've seen videos of people using it and they swear by it. I like it because it kind of burns after I shave, so I feel like it's doing something. So those are the products I use on my skin. Like I said, a lot of them I did get for my neck to clear it up, but some of them are not really doing it. The ones, if I had to suggest the ones you get, probably this one, I believe you need a prescription for this. The Chroma Bright Glycolic Night Cream, and this one. If I had to pick what you should go pick up, probably those. Let me see if I can give you guys a better look at my skin. So maybe I should start paying attention now to how it looks. And in my chest area. So yeah, if you have any suggestions on things that work for you or how you're clearing up, because let me know, because I'm trying to clear up my skin. I am considering doing a chemical peel, but I feel like I need to do more research on that, because if I'm gonna pay for it, it needs to work. Like I need to see my money's worth out of it. I may go back to the laser in the far future when I got money to just throw out like that. I may try that. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I feel like we need to normalize this, and I want people to know, like, hey, you're not the only one struggling. Us girls are out here with hirsutism, and I will try to come back with a video on PCOS, because I feel like the hirsutism is a part of the PCOS, and it explains some other things too. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good night.